So let's just start at the beginning, and I kind of want to get a sense for what led you to get into the military or the service. I don't know what it is specifically, and then kind of describe your experience just briefly there.
My father, my brother, and my dad was Air Force. My brother was a Marine, and you know, it was a family thing, you know, and I, you know, heard all the stories and this and that, and I wanted to join. And once I became of age, that was my, you know, plan to join the military. And I joined, and I liked it. I loved it, actually. I went to Fort Dix first, and then I got sent down to jump school. You know, I wanted to be an Army Ranger. That's the best of the Army, the elite, you know. And so I went down to jump school and Fort Bragg. And what are you doing, baby? Baby, what's the matter? What are you doing? Oh, you itch? Okay. You want daddy to do it? You want daddy to do it? Daddy scratch it? Daddy scratch it. She's got an ear problem. Her ears is crazy. And it's really driving her nuts, you know?
So then when you got out of the military,
Yeah.
you became a plumber, I guess.
Well,
right?
I was a plumber. My dad was a general contractor, and I always worked with him. And when I was young, I was painting radiators, you know, as a kid, you know. Yeah, but yeah, man. In the military, my MOS was 18 Sierra, and basically that was an engineer. You know, I put up bridges. You know, I fixed submarines, and but I was a sergeant. You know, and I turned around and I loved it until I got hit. You know, once I got hit, I was medically discharged. Unfortunately, I lost my kidney, my hip. You know what I mean? 3/4 of an inch on one. How you doing, sir? Morning. I had 3/4 of an inch missing on one leg, you know, the bone. When I got hit by an AK-47, and it shattered the bone. The bone broke. It broke on a 45, so they had to cut it off even to put the hip on, and it was a mess. It was a nightmare.
And sorry, just for context, where was all this where this happened?
Oh, Fallujah, Iraq.
I see. Okay.
And it was a nightmare. I went to Toy Town, Germany, Army base, and it's a medical unit. And in the medical unit, I started getting, you know, coming back. You know, it took me 19 months to walk again. You know, it took a long time, and you know, I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to move or shit. You know, that's what they told me, 70% chance. So I got through that, and I came home, and while I was gone, my wife and my best friend hooked up, you know, and I came home I was wondering why, and I came home to her and him together, and, you know, big mess. I wind up fighting him, we got in a bunch of shit, and it was a mess, it was a nightmare. And then I'm only in New York because they put my kids in Portland. I got 2 little girls, Emily and Amber. Well, their mother came back to the Bronx and got caught with 4 DWIs, and the 4th one mandatory jail time. So they put her in jail, and instead of telling people in the court, hey, their father's in Philadelphia, he'll come get them, she let them go in the courtroom. So I found out, and Little Flowers and Children and Family Services got my kids. So, you know, that didn't help. And then I had money when I first came here, but I was staying on 29th Street, 6th Avenue, in the Sentinel Hotel, but it was $140 a night. So I ran out of money quick, and I ran around trying to get a job and stuff. And
so you had like some medical issues, I guess, from the kidneys and all that.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience dealing with the VA hospital?
Oh yeah, they're terrible, bro. They are terrible. Listen to me. I just left them. I was there 3 weeks, and I had ammonia. And I tell you, they are the food is horrible. I mean, the whole thing is a nightmare, man. And I don't know how they can get away with what they do to people, man, and the way they treat them, you know.
Yeah.
And they told me point blank, I was either going to let them cut my lung out, or I was going to be discharged. That either we do the surgery and we discharge you, or we do the surgery and you stay in the hospital and we'll take care of you, or we'll discharge you tomorrow morning. I said, well, then discharge me. I walked out of there with 104 fever that morning. My fever was, and they had me on 2 different type of antibiotics, IV, intravenously, and that's the best way to get antibiotics. But they turned around, because I didn't want to do the surgery, I wanted a second opinion. They turned around and switched the antibiotics to pill form, where I could take them on, you know, on the street. They didn't care that I was homeless or I was sick, nothing. You know, nobody gave a fuck. They was like, yo, you don't want the surgery, you don't want the surgery, get out.
It's awful.
Yeah, it is awful, man. I got now me personally, as a soldier, I'm entitled to that hospital. But now, being that the way they treat me, you know what I mean? I don't know if the ammonia's going away or not. I'm still having a problem walking. You know, I can't walk a whole block without stopping and resting, because I'm winded. I can't breathe, you know? And, you know, I can't change my name, you understand? So any hospital I go to, they're going to see that I'm a vet. They're going to want to send me back there. And they treat me like I'm shit, you know? That is sickening. That number, 800,000 homeless veterans, that is sickening, man. In this country, come on, man. That's not fair, man. You know, you let us pitch, you know, they let us go to other countries and pitch a tent, you know, to live in a tent, right? We can fight out of a tent. We can live out of a tent. Why can't we do that here? Why can't we pitch a tent here? Why can't you give us a piece of property and let us call that home? You know?
I totally agree with you.
You know, a whole bunch of us, not one person, but there's 800,000 homeless veterans. 800,000. That number is sickening. That is sad for this country. 800,000.
I'm trying to figure out.
Fine, you know, veterans, you know what they do? Most of them, they either drink themselves to death, commit suicide, or use enough drugs to waste them for the rest of their life, you know? And it's sad, man, it really is, because they don't deserve that. These guys, you know, when you sign on the dotted line, what you're doing is you're saying, hey, I care enough about my country that I'm willing to die for. Because when you get on that plane or on that boat, you don't know if you're coming home. You're not guaranteed to come home. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, red tape, man.
I agree.
You know, and like now, I need $27 every day. You tell me they can't afford $27, all the fucking money they got, you know, they should just say, okay, listen, soldier, you found a spot to sleep in and shower in. Go down there, take this paper to them and tell them to call us. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about the money. We're going to take care of that. I shouldn't even be bothered with that. I fought. I did my duty for this country. They should turn around and that should be their duty. Okay, we're going to make sure this man has a shower and a bed and a meal, a hot meal. That's guaranteed. That's a given. That should be a given to anybody, not just me, anybody. 800,000 homeless veterans. That's crazy. That number is crazy. 800,000 homeless United States soldiers homeless. It's hard to start working again and everything. You know, like now, one guy told me, oh, you can get a job, don't be lazy. Go on the internet and go to Hoover. They'll hire you on the spot to make deliveries. I did that. I went and I did what he said. I went to the library, right? Hoover. You know what? The only catch is you got to have a phone. Because they call the phone and give you the address to go pick up the package and where to deliver it from. People call them and they call you. I can't afford I got a phone, but I can't afford a boost card to put it in the phone, right? And you know, other guy told me, hey, listen, man, if you get yourself cleaned up and get a haircut and shit, and get a dress shirt and a pair of slacks, come to Fifth Avenue, I'll give you at least a day or two as a waiter, you know? But normal people would have went out and brought a pair of slacks and a nice white shirt, a pair of shoes, and went to work. But I'm not normal right now. I have nothing. So I need to jump up to hit the curb right now. You understand? And everybody walks behind you. Nobody, you know, they'll give me a quarter and tell me to keep warm. How do you keep warm with a quarter? You know, what do you think I'm going with? They get mad at me like that old guy was trying to get your attention. You know, people do shit like that because they're jealous or angry that I sit here, right? And somebody gave me $1 yesterday and somebody might give me $1 today. People get mad at that, you know? Or the person that gave you $1 yesterday, they see you here today and they're like, oh, I gave you money, what are you doing there? You gave me $1. Where do you think I'm going? What do you think I'm going to do with the $1? Buy another cup of tea, you know? By the grace of God, feed her. You know, I'm not making a lot of money sitting here. I wish I could. I can't make a difference. I can't afford a change of clothes. I need a shower, you know.
Like right now, it's like someone like me, I shouldn't be on the street. You know, it's like they let people just fall through the cracks, and they make you wait. It shouldn't be like that. There are resources, and